All right, so you've heard him already referred to as Kyle. I call him the Whistler. He's the host of Whissel Wednesdays. He is the #1 realtor per the Wall Street Journal here in San Diego, and just overall a great guy. Good to have you on the show, Kyle, and also Philippe Heller joining us here to help us understand properties and inspections, all that stuff as well. Good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having us.
So Whissel Wednesdays, you're the host. We just talked to your co-host there, Jason. Tell me, how's the show?
Well, I mean, you talked about what we talk about on the show. No, the goal of the show is to really educate consumers about what they need to know when it comes to buying a home here in San Diego. And with Jason and I, we've been friends for a long time, been in the industry together for 13 plus years, working as a team. And we like to have fun on the show. We poke a little fun at each other, and you clearly alluded to that earlier.
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I get a kick out of your show. I listen to it all the time. It's Wednesdays on 1170 AM KCBQ at 7 o'clock. I'm sure you upload them to whisselrealty.com as well. But yeah, it's a heck of a show, and you guys are a great host, co-host, but also as far as 1-2 punch, I mean, when you're talking about the real estate game, you have to have a great realtor, you have to have a good mortgage guy. You know, there's two components. Then you get into all the other stuff as well, which Philippe's going to get into on inspections. So we got the #1 guy in here. What's going on with the real estate market?
So we're in the fall season now. Winter's coming up quick on us. So I want to just kind of touch on a few of the reasons why people should not wait until the winter to buy. And #1 is moving during the holidays sucks. It's so great to get a new home and spend your first holiday season, whether you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, New Year's, whatever you celebrate. It's so nice to just be in a new home that you own during the holidays, which is a great experience. And then like you and Jason talked about, rates are creeping up. It's inevitable. We don't know how far they're going to be up when winter hits, but we know rates are going to be up. Prices are going up. So we know prices are going to be higher in the winter than they are right now. So all of that, when you put all that together, it just makes sense to buy now. And the worst part is if you're renting right now, you're paying a mortgage. You're just paying your landlord's mortgage.
And it's getting bigger.
And it's getting, you're paying a bigger share of your landlord's mortgage, because what isn't changing is his mortgage amount. What is changing is your rental amount. His rents are increasing. So, quit paying your landlord's mortgage. Don't wait for rates to get higher. Don't wait for prices to get higher. Get in that house and enjoy your first holiday season in it.
So that's kind of the why behind the market. What is the strategy? When you get towards the end of the year, it seems like you have a more serious buyer, a more serious seller, because a lot of times people are taking that time off for those vacations or just to celebrate the holidays. So what are some specific strategies going into fourth quarter here?
So what you'll see is people will say that the market's slower during the fall and winter, but it's not necessarily slower. It's just there's more committed people in there. The people that are listing their homes for sale legitimately want to sell their homes. In the summertime, you have people that just throw these, ridiculously high prices out there and see if there's somebody stupid enough to pay it. So you've got more realistic sellers, and your buyers are more motivated. The people that are looking to buy in the fall and the winter are truly motivated buyers that want to get into a home most of the time before the holidays or before the new year hits. So,
I practice what you're preaching here. I mean, I just bought a house, and one of the things that's so interesting about when you buy a home is I think you tend to think realtor, mortgage guy, or gal for that matter. But then you go through the process, you look at your settlement statement. I mean, you got title, escrow, appraiser, credit agency, inspector, loan officer, assistant, processor. I mean, there's so many people that are bundled into the transaction. You guys just kind of lead the way as mortgage and real estate. So Philippe, you're involved in this process as well on inspecting the home. We have a lot of flips happening in San Diego right now. There's a lot of risk there. So help us better understand what you do.
Sure. Well, as an inspector, we come in and our job is to go and find defects or things that may affect the value of the house. We don't want buyers moving in and being surprised with any major expenses because they just blew all their money on the down payment. So what we always tell buyers is to be realistic about the age of the house. And we even have some documents on our website that they can read about buying houses from different eras.
What are the biggest risks on the flips? What are you seeing people make some big mistakes on these?
Yeah, people have to remember that a flip house is really a remodeled old house. So the bones of the house can be old electrical system, old roof, depends, old plumbing systems. So be realistic about a flip house where it may look absolutely beautiful and brand new on the inside, but you really want to check the original age of the house and have an inspector that goes through it completely.
It seems like you could make a big mistake there that you don't see going through the process. Is there anything that do people ever not get the inspection? Is it required in the financing now, Kyle?
It's not required, but it's something that we not only recommend, we really insist on our buyers getting a home inspection done because there's just so many things that can come up.
What about sellers prior to taking it to market? Is it a smart thing to do?
I definitely recommend it, and Philippe's one of the only inspection companies that offer it. But it's really good to get an inspection done before the home hits the market. That way you can find out if there are any issues with the home. You'd rather they be an issue before you hit the market than have it be an issue once you're under contract and in escrow, and then the whole deal blows up and you wasted a ton of time. So if you can eliminate those little issues before they explode, it can be a game changer.
Yeah, there's a lot of older homes in San Diego. You go into some of these areas, you have an office in North Park. I mean, that's a great example of, you might have a beautiful flipped home that's been really renovated, looks great. One next to it maybe needs that. They both can pose risk, right?
Absolutely.
This one looks good, but there might be something in the infrastructure that could be a risk to you. And then the other ones obviously as well if you're getting in. So it's really important, I think, to just do a thorough scan of it, have a guy like Philippe get in there. You're going to be a part of this event, this workshop coming up with Jason Hall here soon. What are you going to speak to?
So the freebuyerworkshop.com event that we're going to have is really just going to be to empower consumers with everything they need to know when it comes to buying a home. And our goal is to basically build a roadmap for them to get them from where they are now to being into home ownership. Along the way, we'll explain all of the different loan options to them, explain the real estate, buying process, explain the home inspection process, really just explain everything to them so they know exactly what to expect along the way.
And I heard earlier a perk, a $500 perk for the appraisal.
Free appraisal, that's
Making
huge.
Jason Hall pay for that?
Putting his money on the line, yeah, that's how we
No,
roll.
you got to put the mortgage guy's money on the line.
Absolutely.
So check out this event. It'd be a good thing to go to. The website's there on your screen if you want to meet up with Kyle Whissel. Again, #1 for the Wall Street Journal here in the San Diego marketplace. And I highly encourage you, check out their radio show, Whissel Wednesdays, on Wednesdays, obviously at 7 p.m. on KCBQ. Thanks, guys, for coming in here and helping us understand the market a little bit better.
Thanks, Craig.
All right, when we come back, you have probably heard in the news or seen on the Union Tribune, the front page even, that there's a lot of controversy happening around vacation rentals and what that means to different neighborhoods here in San Diego. We're going to bring in our good friends from Vacasa to dive into that. And also, we're going to go out to the field and see some of the things happening out in North County. Stick around. You're watching American Dream, and we're back in a moment.